To all their families, we don't stop any effort in order to bring them back, our brothers and sisters, people, men, women, children, babies, all those who were abducted by these satanic people.
But I kind of want to also just bring to the attention, like, I didn't really realize how bad things were in Israel.
I waited a day before I made this video. What I'm about to show you that Tua Tagovailoa said after the game yesterday, yay, somebody won a football game. But what he said after the game, I searched all over the place for it. I found a couple instances here or there, but with all of the Miami Dolphins people who do YouTube videos, with all the people in the press corps, this wasn't found anywhere. It's almost as if people are afraid to talk about it. Obviously, people who are fans of Tua need to know what's important to the man, not just to the player. It's not just about football. Tua Tagovailoa is a man, and he has things that are valuable to him. He has values that he wants you to know about. He'd like it probably if you would embrace his values. But all people want to talk about are touchdowns and the record and MVP candidates, where Tua is an MVP in a different league. I'm sure, I am 100% sure, if you ask Tua, what's most important to you right now? Winning a Super Bowl with the Miami Dolphins or your faith? I think a lot of people would be shocked by the answer. I can guarantee you 100% the most important thing in his life is his faith, his God, his Lord. Not throwing touchdowns, not the outcome of a football game, not winning a Super Bowl, not winning an MVP. What's most important to Tua Tagovailoa is his faith. Yet so many people completely ignore the words that he says about his faith. And yesterday, he gave them a bit of that reality check that I think a lot of fans need. I have just one question with all this. How can you be a fan of Tua Tagovailoa? How can you be in QAnon and all these crazy things if you're not a fan of the man? You see, over the last year or so when I started this channel, I talked about Tua a lot. I criticized his play. I criticized his leadership of the team. I criticized different decisions he made on the field, and people completely got ticked off at me. I never criticized him as a man. In fact, all I did was applaud how he is as a man, how he is as a person. You can go back and check my catalog of videos. Every single time he steps out and shares his values, shares his faith with people, I applaud it, and I always do a video about it. Some people don't like that, but you know what? Too bad. That's the guy who is the captain of the football team. That's the guy who you want to be a fan, a crazed fan about. That's the guy that you created an entire movement of QAnon about. But it's not about football. If you dig deeper and understand who this guy is, he is one of the best men I've ever seen to step on a football field, and it's a shame you don't get to know him. Listen to what he says right here in the midst of a press conference. Hey, Tua, so you guys went up and beat up on the Carolina Panthers, and it was a great game, and there were some things that you want to change, and you threw a touchdown or two, but, what do you got to say? And Tua says, stop, man. We need to look at reality. We need to get back to prayer. Listen what he says right here.
But I kind of want to also just bring to the attention, like, I didn't really realize how bad things were in Israel, and just wanted to bring to attention, for those who don't necessarily understand things that are going on, that it really is bad. And if you don't understand, if you go on Google, you look, you search, and you read about what's going on in this world, this world needs prayer. We I don't know what we've come to, but, just my thoughts, my prayers are out with those people in Israel. I know there's the Ukraine and Russia war still going on as well, and I just wanted to bring notice that although we have the freedom to do this here, play football, and be able to have the freedom to do these things, that to come back into reality and think, that's where we all are here in this world. And so I just want to bring that to the attention, and hopefully we we all come together and can pray for the kids, the children, the wives, or the women, and the men that are putting themselves out there, every day for those unfortunate events that are happening right now.
I don't know if people just don't follow along, just don't care. I guess that's the scariest part of things, that people may not even care what's going on in the world. But Israel is so integral, so important to our faith as Christians, that I don't understand how some people who are fans and happen to be Christians aren't talking about this everywhere. My entire Twitter feed has completely changed lately. People have asked me, have you gotten away from sports and football? No, I'm just concentrating on life. Life is more important right now. Are you not seeing the signs? Are you not reading the tea leaves and seeing what's going on? Have you not read your Bible? I'm not going to go ahead and proselytize to you here, but obviously this is a time for you to begin protecting your family. Understanding protecting meaning more than having, guns in the home, but understanding what's going on in the world. It's a scary place. People are willing to kidnap and do unspeakable things to people. They're willing to do unspeakable things to babies. You think I care about who wins a football game as a priority in my life? I'm starting a second channel, and my second channel is all gonna be about news, current events, and how it affects people. It has nothing to do with football. At this point, sports, to some extent, to me, is an unreal world. Some people say, oh, Barry, well, we look to escape from the real world and go into sports. You can't do that anymore. You can't do that. That's how I used to be. I used to love my escapism into sports. Every Saturday, Sunday, and Thursday now, it would be like, I can shut the world off and don't have to worry about it anymore. You can't do that. The world is everywhere. Evil has found its way in to every crevice of our life. Every crevice of our life. And men can become women, and women are no longer valued. And I've got grandkids. I've got small, tiny grandkids. 2 beautiful young girls and a boy. And I thank God that their mother is raising them to understand there's more to life. My son is captain of his JV football team as a freshman. I am so happy about him, but even he knows, and he has been instilled, hey man, there's something more here. There's something you have to basically take hold of and understand. There's more to life than football. Football, you can no longer separate yourself. There were people at a party in Israel. They were dancing, having fun. Never thought in their mind that people would paraglide into their festival and decide to assassinate them. There is no separation. There is no more layer. People, you've got to understand this. The time to understand what is going on in the world is now. You can't escape it anymore. It's at your doorstep. I said yesterday in my live broadcast, I'm lucky enough and fortunate enough to live in a gated community, but my gated community is right behind a synagogue. And I'm a black man, and I'm surrounded by a bunch of Jewish people who absolutely have taken me in and love me to be in this neighborhood. And I love living here. And it's nice. It's on a golf course, and we've got the swimming pools and all this kind of thing here. And it's just a lovely neighborhood. But I came home the other day, and as I turned into the community, I noticed police cars, tactical units, people in SWAT uniforms surrounding our gated community, basically checking everybody that came in. You had to have credentials to go home. You had to have credentials to even enter in our neighborhood. Before it was gated, you still had to show, but now they were stopping cars, checking underneath and everything because they didn't want anybody to do anything stupid at the synagogue. Some of my neighbors, I've talked to them. I'm like, how are you guys doing? We're doing okay. We're fine. We're well protected. You see how this seeps into every part of your life? And I thank God that Tua took a moment and said, stop, guys. This isn't about life. This isn't about touchdowns. Shit's happening. There's some serious shit happening. And you better understand what's going on. There is an attack on your actual way of life. They don't care if you like the Dolphins. They don't care if you like the Jets. They don't care if you like the Bills. They want your demise. I'll soften it for you. There are people who wish America complete ill. We got to begin looking at this stuff and not thinking that football is an escape. It's no longer an escape. It's only a diversion. Look up the term bread and circuses. I think if you look up the term bread and circuses, you will see that all around you right now. People are trying to distract you, keep you away from seeing what's really going on. Right now, we are in a battle of evil versus good. Where people who are evil try to tell you that's good. Where people who are men try to tell you they can be women. All kinds of different things are the woman of the year. The woman of the year with a gazillion women on this planet. The woman of the year was named Dylan Mulvaney just 2 days ago. That's not reality, people. Tua is trying to tell you, the captain of your football team, the person who you created this movement of Tuanon around, he's trying to tell you, look at reality. Step back and look at reality. It's scary. It's really scary. I'll admit, it's not fun to look at, but we see a guy but life isn't always fun. It's serious business right now. I just hope that each one of you are protected, are safe, enjoy football, but understand it's secondary in life. It's down here. I'd rather live happy than live miserable and have football. Let me know what you think. Maybe I went a little bit overboard, but I just saw what he said yesterday, and I love the fact that he got up to the podium and told people what's really important. Say a prayer, understand reality, understand football is not reality. It is a diversion, and it's just a tasty morsel of bread and circuses. Let me know what you think. Probably going to tick some people off with this video, but as soon as my new channel is ready, some of you guys can follow me over there as well. I won't be too political and too religious on this channel, but when Tua Tagovailoa, the captain of the Miami Dolphins, speaks out, I am going to report about it, regardless of whatever everybody else does, regardless how they ignore it like it never even happened. I'm going to let you know when Tua speaks about his faith. Talk to you soon. Fins up.
Is anybody catching on to this Barry guy?